Yo, you already know I'm like the biggest Dipset fan. So when it came time to find out that Jim Jones was dropping a project, not just a new project after the Wasted Talent joint he did last year, but the Heat Makers was doing a whole joint full of their production, I was hyped. Now the only thing that I did get angry at about this album, he took so fucking long to drop this shit. Like when he first announced it and everything like that, and we knew the Rock Nation situation, and you seen him a couple interviews, Hot 97, Breakfast Club, a little bit after the little Cam beef and shit like that. But then we found out that he did go to Rock Nation, da 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 da. He dropped the Wasted Talent joint, which was fucking crazy, but it wasn't quite all the way there. It was fire, don't get me wrong, but it just, some of the features, it just didn't work. You know what I mean? Most notably, his little homies Trav and a couple other people, and a couple joints on there just really wasn't hitting. It wasn't really that Dipset sound. But when we found out that he was dropping a new joint with Heat Makers, fully producing the shit, I know I was ecstatic. I was hyped, but didn't know what to expect. And one of the joints that he kind of revealed was a 𝚑𝚗𝚎 joint, which was fire. And then on Instagram, I like how he was promoting it, where it was just in the studio with Heat Makers making the beats, and you hearing the sampling and everything like that. And it's just like, holy shit, if this nigga can clear all these samples, this album would be crazy. Fast forward, May 31st, album drop, and it's crazy. To me, it's one of the best projects of 2019 that I heard. I haven't heard a lot of music this year, but it's notably, one of them ones. And the features, it was just crazy. I would say that the features fit, but it was still something missing from the project, in my personal opinion. The NYC joint, I think Fat Joe did a good job, but I definitely feel like Hov should at least gave him a verse. Cause I feel like the Cameron joint that he did on Come Home With Me, Welcome to New York City, and I feel like Hov would have definitely did that song justice. The Fab joint, I mean, the production is cool, Fab verse was cool. It just, the song itself, I was just like, you could have put Fab on, one of the more samplier joints where he can really get his verses off and everything like that. Mama I Made It was cool. I wasn't really mad about that record. I definitely enjoyed To Whom It May Concern featuring Griselda. Them niggas was going crazy. Filthy Rich had a solid verse on there. Currency had a solid verse. Pity for the Summer is my shit. Love the Hustle was good. Make no issue of it. It's you could just play this shit all the way through. And I was just like, damn, this nigga is insane. Even Mano came through, on My Era joint. So when you look at what Rory was doing in the studio with him, it was looking crazy. Now, the nigga did say that this nigga had a fire album. And he did. It was like, you can definitely, this has to go in the top 5, rap albums of 2019, even though it's a notable couple more people dropping this year. Griselda, Drake, Wale, you know what I mean, J. Cole, Dreamville. So, I mean, it's still up there. It definitely makes the top 10 in 2019. But my favorites off the joint, 𝚑𝚗𝚎, NYC, Pity for the Summer, My Era, To Whom It May Concern. Then the last joint, Don't Know What They Took Him For. That shit was just crazy. And I wasn't even expecting Filthy Rich to be on there. Shout out to the Bay Area. His verse was crazy. I was like, oh shit, this nigga came through and he hung with Jim Jones on the record. You feel me? But yeah, man, this El Capo joint was definitely worth the wait. And I gotta admit, since he released The Kitchen, Wasted Talent, and now El Capo, that's 3 joints that he done dropped to where it's like, okay, he officially the best nigga out of Dipset. Would have never thought that he would surpass Cam or Jewels, but this nigga definitely the best nigga out of Dipset now. And that shit sounds fucking crazy. But I've been with Jim Jones since the beginning, his first debut album. On My Way to Church. You feel me? And ever since then, it's just like, goddamn. Then he did the Harlem Diary of a Summer, and it was over with from there. I was just like, holy shit. And you gotta remember, he wasn't really on major labels and things like that. You know what I mean? He was still independent with the label situation and still dropping albums that was competing with niggas on majors. So Jim Jones came a long way, man, and I'm proud of the nigga. Since Diplomatic Community, you know what I mean, he even the mixtape era, but I wasn't really a part of the mixtape era when it came to Jim Jones. I was more a part of the, Diplomatic Community, then Cam album, then Jewel's, then you had his solo joint. So, it is what it is. But definitely, man, Jim Jones got an 8 out of 10 album in my book, you dig? But what was some of y'all favorite tracks off this shit? Let me know what's popping in. You know what I mean? Wish a nigga belated birthday. Nigga birthday was yesterday, though, you dig? But ain't really nothing. Other than that, I'ma holler at y'all if you watch the entire video. I appreciate it. Like, share it. You know what I mean? Leave a comment, all that. And if you follow me on Instagram and Twitter, say what's up. All right, y'all take it easy. One.